Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. Governments will not ban Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for two reasons. Reason number one is because they understand that this technology and cryptocurrency along with blockchain has so much value in the future that they don't want to miss out. They would be essentially shooting themselves in the foot. And the second reason that they won't ban Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is because they will receive a lot of backlash from the people, from the citizens of that country. Let's get into more detail about what I mean by this. So the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because we just found out that India's Supreme Court has lifted a banking ban on crypto exchanges. So India, for a long time now, has been known to be anti-cryptocurrency. The government does not want cryptocurrency being bought, sold, or traded in India. But today, in March of 2020, we found out that the Supreme Court of India has ruled against a decision imposed by the country's central bank nearly 2 years ago. And this really stopped the crypto industry from growing in India, which is Asia's third largest economy. And the reason why they did this is because India, along with many other countries and many other governments around the world, they finally realized that blockchain along with cryptocurrency will be worth a lot of money in the future. Research shows that blockchain devices alone, the market will be worth $1.2 billion in 5 years. And some other research also shows that blockchain technology will deliver $3.1 trillion in value by 2030. Now you might be listening and thinking, you're saying blockchain, you're saying crypto. They're two separate things. A lot of times we hear this narrative, blockchain, not crypto. But you have to remember that these work together. Yes, blockchain doesn't always need cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency, money, is a very important application on blockchain, and they tie together. A country that is anti-crypto, right, doesn't allow trading of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. They will be stifled. They won't be growing. People won't be testing around, and especially if they want to, they'll leave that country. And as I mentioned, people around the world are recognizing the future potential of blockchain and cryptocurrency, and they're doing everything they can to help it grow in their region. This year, we found out that Dubai is launching a crypto valley in a tax-free zone, so no personal or corporate income tax on cryptocurrency. So they want businesses to come, they want companies to develop cryptocurrencies, develop projects. The thing about this is whenever there's a new technology, no one wants to be first and no one wants to be last, especially, in a new technology. You never want to be first because you might make a fool of yourself. You might make a huge mistake, lose a lot of money, but we are way past that stage. Bitcoin came out in 2009 and now we're in 2020. And over the past few years, we see that countries did take a stand and they came out and they became the first ones to really jump in and innovate in the space. It was mostly countries in Asia and countries in Europe, and now the world is catching on. As the famous quote goes, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, and then they fight you, then you win. We are now in a period of time in March of 2020 where we're in between then they fight you and then you win, depending where you are. There are still some countries around the world that are fighting cryptocurrency. They don't want it to exist. They're trying to ban it, but majority of the world is catching on. And some other examples of countries that understand cryptocurrency, understand blockchain technology and the benefits is Portugal. Portugal has announced that it won't tax cryptocurrency. This is huge. They understand this. They want people to move to their country. Other places around the world that are super friendly to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, tax haven countries include Germany, Singapore, Belarus, Slovenia. And we do know that even if a country does have very favorable rules to cryptocurrency, they can change at any moment. That is something we're currently seeing with Malta, which once was, termed the blockchain crypto tax haven island. But now they're starting to, get into a little unclear territory of what the rules are and regulations when it comes to cryptocurrency, and we'll see how that plays out. So again, all of these countries around the world, especially the Supreme Court in India, they realized that if you stop cryptocurrency, which you actually can't stop it, it would just be an attempt, all it is going to do is shoot yourself in the leg and you're going to lose out. You are going to be last, and by the time you're last and you want to enter the crypto space, it will already be be too late. You will lose all the value in the market. Now, the second reason that governments will think twice about banning cryptocurrency is because there will be a revolution. There will be a revolt, backlash from the people. Because this isn't a technology that you can just stop and shut down. It will continue to exist. You can't really physically stop people from using cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. You would just have to threaten them and scare them. So we already know many countries around the world who were once anti-cryptocurrency starting to come along. They're becoming more friendly, but there still is countries around the world where Bitcoin is banned. That includes Afghanistan, Pakistan, Algeria, Bolivia, Saudi Arabia, Vietnam. So I didn't look too closely into this list because I know when it comes to some of these articles you see on banned countries with Bitcoin, it's not 100% banned, but there are strict regulations, maybe on buying and selling or where you can buy it or what it can be used for. But in the end of the day, they're very unfriendly. In this chart in front of me, it shows in Africa, countries where cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is illegal includes Algeria, Egypt, and Morocco. Now, this is the funny thing. Morocco is on the list, and despite this, Morocco is one of the 4 countries that trade Bitcoin the most in Africa. How can this be? You banned Bitcoin in Morocco, yet Morocco is is one of the 4 countries that trade Bitcoin the most in Africa. The reason is because when it comes to blockchain, Bitcoin, it is a distributed system. Not every cryptocurrency is decentralized and distributed. That's why it's very important when buying or investing into a cryptocurrency, finding out how large the network is, where the power is, where is the control. So when it comes to Bitcoin, you can ban it, but you can't shut it down. People still have access to use it. For example, in Morocco, you might be wondering, how could they ban it yet still be a top country when it comes to buying and trading Bitcoin? The reason is because people can use a VPN, a virtual private network, and they can log in, access crypto exchanges, access websites where they can still participate in this trade, buying and selling cryptocurrency. And then there's also another application or program called localbitcoins.com, which allows people to meet up in person and buy and sell and trade cryptocurrency. So governments around the world, they'll think twice now that when it comes to cryptocurrency, they won't ban it. Number one probably is they just don't want to ban it. They already figured out by now, after all these years, that it's a valuable technology, cryptocurrency with blockchain. I know people like to separate them, put them apart and say, we can do blockchain, we don't need cryptocurrency. But in the end of the day, like I said, money is one of the most important applications or use cases that we have as humans. And you can't really pull those two apart. So countries will think twice. And the second reason, as I said in the video, is that even if you try your best, you won't stop it. In the end of the day, you make it illegal, you ban it. All you're going to do is make every citizen in your country now a criminal. I hope that you found value in today's video. And if you like my content, I want you right now to go down below and subscribe to the channel. Put some comments down below. Let me know some video topics, ideas you'd like me to talk about. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.